Hello, people. It's me, Julia. I am back in the studio today. I am working on a commission, but I have a couple questions for you. I wanted to throw this out there. I'm finishing up wrapping this color class, putting this color class together, and I have been wanting to go back to do Zoom classes. And I've been a little hesitant to do it before because I was having equipment problems, but I had to buy a new computer. I had to because the computer I was using just couldn't handle the bandwidth and the cameras and um, everything that was required to run a smooth, Zoom or even a video, a film. So I got that all taken care of. I had to buy one. I was not happy about it because Macs are expensive, but they are what I use. All my software is Mac based, and I've been using them now. Gosh, ever since I got into graphic design classes back in, gosh, was it 2000 and I don't know. When did I meet you, Terry? If you're watching. We met in class. Was it 2008, 2010? Anyway, I've been using Macs ever since, and so I had to buy a new one. So my question is, I've been wanting to put some more Zoom classes out there, and I just wanted to know if there was an interest. I don't know if you have any interest in learning, or if anybody that wants to learn, or um, some of my classes, we could have for beginners. A lot of my classes are kind of like intermediate, but if you want a basic watercolor class, let me know, okay? Because I have this whole book, this thick, that thick, full of classes that I've developed, most of them for watercolor. And, you know, I want to teach again. I want to share what I know. I want to have fun with you guys and paint with you. Um, my questions are A, would you rather have a Zoom class that meets once a week for 6 weeks? 4 to 6 weeks is the best. Can't teach you guys much on any less than that. For a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours a day. Or would you rather I just do video on demand classes where you can watch when you want to and download them on your computer? I want to know your thoughts on that. I know there's a lot of classes available both ways. I know that when you do a Zoom class, it's nice to have that personal interaction with the instructor and to be able to talk to the instructor and ask questions. Um, a lot of times on the video downloads, there is not that opportunity. But, if there was a way where I could schedule a Zoom for all the students to come together at one point and have a critique or something, that would be great. So I just want to run by a couple of the classes, that I'm thinking about. Um, one of them is one of my favorite things to do is paint Santa Claus, okay? It would be a portrait class, portraiture, you know, chest up, nothing more than that. And it would not be a full body, just basically chest up. Um, I would provide the subject, the reference for you, and guide you. It would not be, some of you may or may not complete the entire portrait through the class. That one would be 5 to 6 weeks, 3 hours a session, because there's a lot to cover. The other class I'm thinking is a painting glass class, delving into the reflections, um, painting and glazes, creating that stained glass effect with the watercolor where, you glaze color over color, um, and just the nuances of painting glass objects and glass things to look through. That's another idea. Another idea is the still life class. I know there's a lot of people that don't really necessarily like painting still lifes, but for beginners, it's a good entry into painting watercolor, because basically, as with everything, when you paint or draw, everything is basically shapes. Shapes, the values of the shapes, the shadings, the lights and the darks, and then adding color. But still life for some is easier because they can see shapes. So let me know if you're interested in a still life. I always put color in there, so don't expect a muted still life from me. It won't be as loud as the last one I did, but my still lifes are pretty colorful just because I love color and I love painting color. I love color. And if you have seen my work on my website, for those of you who have not been to my website, the easiest one to remember is just Fine Art of Julia Dufault or juliaswatercolors.com. That will, both of them take you to my website. The other class I absolutely love to do is the Pour It, Paint It, Lift It. That is an example that I have on my website. I believe it's a portrait, and I believe it's called Inside, Outside, or Inside and Out, or something like that. That is a really fun class to do. And it goes along with another class idea that I have, experimental watercolor, which is basically abstract, using abstraction. Not really having subject matter, a specific subject matter, but doing some experimental things. And then water media collage, where you can use gouache, watercolor, acrylic, and collage pieces, either painted with any of those or painted collage in your work. So those are the classes, or like I said, even a basic watercolor class. So the questions are, out of all these, which one, if you would like to learn or if you paint already, would you like to see or be able to take? And would you prefer a Zoom class, even though you're committed to a certain time slot, certain day, chunk of time on Zoom? Would you prefer that over the video on demand? That's important to me in putting my new classes together. I really need to know what the favorite is out there for you students who want to take classes. So I would really appreciate it if you let me know. I'm, you know, I love to teach. I love to share what I know. Um, I realize there's so many artists out there teaching these days. I get that. I totally get that. And there's so much to pick from. But if you like what I paint, if you like, if you like, if you like what I paint, and would kind of like to just learn where I come from and how I go about it, by all means, I would love to have you. And if you're a beginner and you want to learn, let me know that too, because I have basic classes that I have developed and offered before that I would be more than happy to teach. Step one, the basics. Just the techniques that people use, the palettes, the how to use the water and all that stuff. So anyway, guys, I just would love your answers. Absolutely. Let me know in the comments below if there's a subject that I haven't. I know that I did not list landscape because, and I'm going to be honest, that is not my strong point. I am working on that. But landscape is not my strong point. So I am not even going to attempt to teach that until I know I have a full grasp of it. There's all kinds of nuances. And then boy, oh boy, what's funny is landscapes are my favorite paintings. Landscapes and figures. Those are my absolute favorites. When I see something, there's some abstract that I love too. But if I see a figure incorporated into the work, or if it's a dramatic landscape, or even a just soothing, soft, I love them. And so that is my personal goal, is to learn how to paint landscapes and incorporating the figure into landscapes. Because my friend Don Hatfield, if you have never seen his work, please go to his website, hatfieldfineart.com. He is my maestro, my mentor, my dear friend, and his work to me is just breathtaking. Same as Daniel Gerhardt's. But they're oil painters too, which is what I also dying to get back to. Just dying to get back to that. All right, that's enough for now, but I would love to hear from you guys. Please let me know in the comments. If you see this on Facebook, just send me a personal message if you want to get personal with me. Otherwise, you can put it in the comments if it's not too detailed. But please feel free to contact me. I really want your feedback. I want to know what you prefer and what you want to learn. So I really appreciate this. I am going to sign off now because I have a commission that I have to get back to. And if I got to get this finished. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day today. I wish you all the best. It's July 6th. I can't believe summer is going by so fast, but it is. So God bless. Take care. Happy painting. And let me know, okay, guys? Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope to hear from you. See ya. Bye, guys.